Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series Retro X-Men Wave 2 Multiple Man. So before we get into the review, I got mine from ToySnowman.com. I got the whole wave from them. They are a Canadian-based retailer. Link in the video description below for my referral link, which will give you a 5% off coupon code in your Frost reward for first-time buyers. Right now is a great time because it is a very favorable exchange rate of the US dollar to Canadian dollar, and on top of that, all orders of $99 and up, $100 or more, you get free shipping to the US or within Canada, of course. So now is a great time to buy. Link in the video description below. Here we have Multiple Man Jamie Madrox. This is not the first Multiple Man figure that we have gotten. We have gotten one previously, which came with 3 different heads, which is pretty cool. This one comes with 2 heads, not as cool. Kind of weird that they would do one before and come with 3 heads, but then do this one with 2 heads. That kind of sucks. One cool thing about the package, they basically put that extra head right over artwork in the back where you see you have a 4th body there, but the head is right over there, and that actually looks kind of funny and kind of cool. This is pretty basic, not a whole lot to it. It comes with an extra set of hands. You got the extra head, not a whole lot else. It is the Spider-Man 2099 body mold. Fairly minimal paint. This is kind of among the cheaper figures in the wave to produce, I would say. But I think that we should have gotten at least a 3rd head. If they gave us a Multiple Man before with 3 heads, they should have done at least the same this time around. Looking at the back of the package, we have all the figures in the wave. We looked at Spiral, we're on to Multiple Man. I'm going to be like villain, hero, until we go through the rest. The bio reads, Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man, possesses the unique ability to duplicate himself at will. That would be a very cool power to have. So let's get him out and take a look. I only have the one figure. I can't show both of them at the same time, but we'll swap the heads. Okay, and here is the Multiple Man figure out of the package. And again, not a whole lot going on to it. This is a very classic look for him. It is an old body mold, so we got pins on the knees, pins on the elbows, and pretty minimal paint. It is all just a green plastic figure with some gold paint kind of throughout, a little bit of black here along his waist. And that's really it. Again, we get one set of interchangeable hands, so he has fists out of the package, and then he has kind of these open, relaxed hands that he comes with, and an additional head sculpt. So let's get in for a closer look at Multiple Man. Okay, so here's the closer look at Multiple Man, and again, this is a very basic figure. We do get a little bit of skin tone showing for his face, and we have it here. I think it's the way the paint apps look on this, the way they do the mask. It looks like he has a very narrow head, and it looks kind of funny to me. His lips are a little bright pink. It almost looks like he's wearing lipstick, so for me, it just kind of doesn't work out as well. But the other head sculpt, you could see like his lips are a much lighter tone, so it does look a little bit better. The digital print for the eyebrows and the eyes look pretty good. No worries there. But looking at the rest of the figure, the gold is done with it looks to be like a single layer, so it doesn't shine as much. I think if they would have hit like another layer over each, I think it would have came out looking really good, because when you look at like the gold right around the circles, it looks like that green really bleeds through, and you would think you would really want to focus on that gold, especially where like some of the muscle definition is. I mean, that tends to happen, but if they did, do another deco hit, I think it would work out a lot better. Maybe, I assume. But yeah, looking at the rest of the figure. So basically what you see on the front is what you're going to see on the back of the figure. It's almost like an exact copy on the back. Okay, so there's the head sculpt. Let's pop this one off. Oh, yeah. Let's put this one on. I think this is a much better head sculpt. This one kind of has like a gritting teeth look to him, and it's not wanting to pop on there. What the hell? Oof. Look how high up that can't be right. Oof. That's rough looking. If that's the way it sits way high up on the neck. But anyway, I think this face does look better. It looks a little bit more angry. If you see his lips, they're a much lighter tone. So again, looks a little bit more natural, looks better. I think it's definitely a better head sculpt. But again, the way they do the mask, it looks like a very narrow face. That's because of kind of how the green looks. I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to try and get this head sculpt down on that neck a little bit more, because, man, that looks really bad. Nope, I can't get it any further down on that neck. It sits really high. Man, and that kind of bugs me. Zoom out so you could see how it looks. It's just way too high on there. And again, it's just, this head sculpt just doesn't want to go down further on that head, which is weird, because look, that one snaps into place and it sits much lower. This one just will not snap into place. And one thing I think they do differently with these head sculpts, these are two completely different head sculpts. They didn't sculpt just different faces like the previous one. So if I pull, let me grab one of these. So one of the older Multiple Mans, you have here, you have this look where he has the mask look. You have the different face. So they kind of go for the same look here. One thing I think would have worked out better for them is this faceplate is different. So the mask itself is the same as these two head sculpts here. So they just swapped out the faces and you get the same head. They didn't do that with this Multiple Man. It is a completely new head sculpt. So it's painted mask line on there, not a different faceplate. And I think that would have worked well for the second head sculpt. So again, here's how this one looks. Natural down on the neck. Right, doesn't look too high up. Pop that head off. Let's try and get this one back on there. It's a very, very tight fit. Doesn't snap on. You really have to force it. And it just doesn't sit lower than that. It's just, oh man. I hate the way that looks. Usually when it comes to characters that have multiple versions, so, you know, different heads, that's why I have 3 Multiple Mans, because he comes with 3 different heads. This one comes with 2 different heads, so I was originally planning to get 2 of these Multiple Mans and then have a third one to hang on the wall. I may not even do a second loose one to do this head sculpt, because I think it looks kind of bad. Now, while we're at it, we had the unmasked head sculpt for Multiple Man. Let's see if this one fits on this body. This one, the trench coat one, was the Bucky Cat body. This one being the Spider-Man 2099 body. I think they do pop on the same. Oh, okay, so it's like comes right out. So that doesn't really work, and that's, you know, pretty high on there too. But it's I guess about the same height. But you know, if you wanted to Dremel down inside that head, you could probably do that, and you could probably get it to work. You could also do that, you know, with the Angry Face Multiple Man. Dremel it out a little bit more in there, open it up to where it fits a little bit nicer on the ball peg. But yeah, that's not really going to work. So we're going to go with this one, which I think is the one that just doesn't look as good. Yeah, let's see his articulation. Okay, so Multiple Man's articulation, he can look all the way down. It is on a disc hinge, so he can look all the way up as well. You get some pivot going on in there, full rotation on that head, of course. The arm you can get to go up and out that much. Full rotation on that arm, of course. There is a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back quite a ways, and then you can get it to come forward a little bit, work that shoulder up a little bit, and then you could do some crossbody going there. You have an upper bicep swivel in there. You get a double jointed elbow, which is pinned, so you get that much bend at the elbow there. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. All hands have the standard horizontal hinge, the open relaxed hands, as well as the fists. You can crunch forward that much. You can crunch back that much. The gold, for the most part, continues on, but it does stop a little back there. But I think for more natural, you know, leaning back, the gold kind of stays in line together, but it does go that far back. You have a waist swivel in there. Legs go out that far apart, so you could do full-on splits. That seems a lot better than usual. That's pretty good. He can kick forward that high, not bad. Leg goes back ever so slightly. You have an upper thigh cut in there. Pinned double jointed knees, like so. You do have a calf swivel right at the middle there. Foot hinges down, a little bit of hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Again, it's a good body mold, but it just, it becomes a super basic body mold with really nothing going on for it and just minimal paint. Again, this is really that basic figure of the Wave that was kind of the cheaper figure to produce, which then opens up the budget for better executed figures such as Spiral. So here we have Multiple Man and Spiral next to each other. Spiral is the only other figure in the Wave that I have reviewed so far, and she is an awesome one. Quite possibly a figure of the year candidate in my opinion, and she very well could be my figure of the year because hot damn, it is really good. Now everyone, you know, Galactus, of course, shouldn't that be figure of the year? Yeah, probably, but isn't Galactus really at an unfair advantage being a massive, super expensive figure? I think so. When we're talking standard 6-inch Marvel Legends figure, this one is way up there, along with Mojo too. But this one is done really, really nice. But here are the two figures so far in the Wave that I have reviewed. Now let's see Multiple Man next to Multiple Man. Okay, so here is the other version of Multiple Man. So Multiple Man has had a couple of different looks, a lot with trench coats it seems like, but this is, you know, a really classic Multiple Man look. He did have a trench coat look with a similar green and gold style, but again, this was a very classic look. So a bunch of Multiple Mans that you can kind of do if you get more than one of this one. You can have a bunch of these ones, and I could see that he would definitely be the peg warmer of the Wave. You could probably find him clearance cheap later on down the line so you could army build, or it could be a situation where this Multiple Man has become extremely expensive on the secondary market when at a time there was very easy to get. Nobody wanted him. So it's kind of weird how sometimes these things work. It's like when a figure is in abundance, nobody wants it, but then once it's dried up, everybody wants it and they can't get it, and it just becomes this, you know, this crazy thing. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, which Multiple Man do you prefer, the blue and yellow with the trench coat or the classic green and gold? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. If you are interested in joining the MCU Collective and becoming a channel member, hit the join button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.